After we spent a few days in Bariloche, where we went to an amazing viewpoint, enjoyed lakes and nature, we are continuing our way to the hippie town of El Bolson, here in Patagonia. Good morning! So we're here at the bus station in Bariloche, because we're going to take the bus to El Bolson, which takes around 2 hours or 2 hours and a half.
2 hours and a half.
And there are two ways to book the trip. So you can come here to the main bus station here in Bariloche, or you can book your tickets online. So we booked them online and we paid like, I think it was 5 euro per person or something like that. And yeah, so now we're just gonna get our tickets and maybe some snacks, because here in the back you can buy also some snacks and stuff like that. And yeah, we're gonna see us then later in El Bolson. Where's our bus? It's normally supposed to go 10:15. Now it's 10:13. I'm German, so I'm nervous. Where's our bus? 10:17. Okay.
Well guys, finally our bus was coming
Half an hour later.
half an hour later, but finally we are on the way to El Bolson. I have to say, this bus is fantastic. It's really big. It's double floor with toilets. There is some kind of machine there of coffee that they used to work before, but I don't know. But it's just for 2 hours, no?
Yeah.
So I believe that we're gonna have a very beautiful views, and we're gonna enjoy because it's really fluffy and comfortable.
Now you have a lot of leg space. The seats are very comfortable. You have USB plug on the side, and you have everything. It's very nice.
No sabía que estaba aquí.
So we arrived finally in El Bolson, and the way was so nice. It was very picturesque, I have to say. The landscape is fantastic here. It's so nice. And yeah, so now as you can see, here we have a bed. We have a little like a studio here, and then we have a kitchen over there, and we have a refrigerator and everything, and it's super nice. It's very cute. Bien. So here we have a table. We can have breakfast in the morning. We have a refrigerator. Look how nice. The owner let us 2 alfajores to eat. Very nice. He must have known that we are hungry. And then we have a kitchen. Very cool. And then we have a bathroom. With everything, with shower gel and shampoo and all. That's me, hi. So the owner is very nice, I have to say, and he let so many details for us. He's so cute. So first of all, I showed you the alfajores that he left, and then we have Uno cards to play, and then he even let us mate to drink, and then a box full of like 10 different teas and stuff like that. We have water bottles here in the cooler. So yeah, it's very nice. And we're just gonna change clothes, gonna get something to eat, and then we're gonna explore El Bolson.
Alright guys, we finished to eat there in this the tavola of Nina. It was amazing, really good handmade ravioli, pasta, fresh product, highly recommended.
the name of the plaza?
Plaza Pagano.
Pagan. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's a little water, something, pool, something like that.
Artificial rain forest.
And yeah, it's very nice. Just walk around here, and there's all these kind of sculptures
Roses.
around, and very chill vibe here. And it's nice because you have a little shadow and a breeze. I think in the video don't even show. It's not even possible to see, but it's so high and so far away. It's massive, huh? Ah, yeah, you see there, you can see it. There's still a lot of snow in the mountains. No, you don't like it. So I think, first impression, compared to Bariloche, I would say that El Bolson is more like a hippie kind of town. You even found a yoga studio. And yeah, it's another vibe because Bariloche is very touristic. I think here's also a lot of tourists, but another type of tourists. It's more like the chill kind of vibe, people, and yeah, we really like it already.
Here in the main square of El Bolson, you can find the feria. There is a market restaurant with artisans, with hippie styles. Tuesday, Saturday, Thursday, Sunday, and also festivos.
Good morning!
Good morning.
So it's 9:30 in the morning, and we are going to do a very nice hike today. We want to go to the Cajón Azul here in El Bolson. So one thing that is very important, is the most important thing that you have to do. So a day before or some days before, you have to go on one internet page. We will let you that information in the info box, and you have to apply for your Amprale.
Yeah, umbrella.
So because it's a natural reserve and they limited the people to 1,000 per day. So yeah, if you don't register early enough, it can be that you are not able to go inside in the national park. Okay, so that is number one, very important. And then you will start your hike at the Wharton Refugio, and yeah, that's where a lot of hikes gonna start. And it's a refugee place where you can have some coffee and some food, and also Wi-Fi if you need. And there are also campsites here, a lot of campsites. And at the entry of the Wharton, there is like a, let's say like a park ranger lady or something like that. She will explain you all the things that you should not do. For example, like, don't leave trash in the park, and everything that is in the park, you have to bring it back outside. Yeah. Plastic bottles, all the kind of things. And for example, don't take any stones like a souvenir or stuff like that. And then also don't smoke, or if you smoke, then make sure that
You have a control on the ashtrays.
Yeah.
And don't walk with a cigarette or something. You should need to be in one place that you can control the fire, because high right now is a little bit dry, as you see in the videos. You see it's all dry, and it's there is like a highly percentage of fire.
Yeah, and yeah, she'll explain you everything, also that you are in good conditions, because in case that something happen, it will take a very long time until somebody can reach you, like the ambulance or something. So yeah, that's a few things that you should know before. And now we're gonna go. I think we choose a very good day to do the hike today, because today it will be only 24 degrees, the highest. And compared to yesterday where it was 30 and very hot, and Monday, for example, we're gonna get 34 degrees. So today with 24, I think it's a perfect day to go hiking. So even now, I have to say it's very cold. We woke up this morning with 10 degrees and now we have 12. But yeah, the sun is already out, and soon I think we will get very warm. It's so nice because every once in a while you come across some maybe another refugees or maybe some like restaurants and stuff. You see, here you can sit and then you just can enjoy your food, and then there is like a coffee place. That's very nice, huh? Fastic as well. Yay! Let's go. Look, we have to go over the bridge.
Suavito, Juan. Cuidado, cuidado, cuidado. You're gonna see the guy gonna cross with a quad. Check it out. Sí, el gaucho cuatriciclo.
The water is so clear. It's like so super nice, huh? I think that's a water that you really would like to go inside and swim.
Yeah.
But it's very cold, I imagine. Huh? I mean, later we're gonna check, but I think it's like 5 degrees, I hear.
Yeah.
Because it comes from the mountains, huh? What I really like here in Argentina, I don't know if it's in all Argentina, but at least the places that we've been, or let's say here in Patagonia, the people take very care for their natural environment, because everywhere is so clean, okay? If I think in Mallorca, for example, you go hiking and there's trash everywhere. When we've been in Vietnam, there was plastic everywhere, all the way around, and here's very clean. I like that. Oh, that's right. It's not that easy, huh, we have to say, because most of the time it goes very steep up and the floor is like sandy and with a lot of rocks. So it's not so easy to have a grip. And I just think we have to hold that back later. But okay, let's keep continuing. Wow, the view is just so beautiful here. Wow, it's like endless forests and endless mountains, and it's just so nice. You like it?
Yes, it's really nice, quiet, a lot of shadows as well, it's important. And yeah, it's medium hard.
Yes.
Medium hard.
It's not easy, definitely not easy. Wait. Oh, finally the way is a little bit better, because honestly it was like endless way of going just up, or down. But now at least it's a bit more flat and not so stony, so it's very nice. Stony. So you see, and then always every once in a while you have campsites here, and also a lot of people going with horses here. They all call when they cross us, hey, taxi, you need a taxi. And yeah, I think it's very nice also with the horses, but in the same time I'm not sure, because do the horses enjoy that? Because it's a hard walk, okay? Plus people on their back, I don't know. But yeah, we continue. I can hear the river in the back, so soon we must be there. So I think we're walking around 2 hours and a half now, and then you will make it to one stop, and there you can buy hot water for your mate, or just normal drinks, a water, Gatorade or something like that. But also you can drink the water from the river here. Okay, so just that you know, they have also some little snacks and stuff like that. And yeah, here is another piece of the river. And yeah, we're gonna make a quick pause and then we're gonna continue. Look, you can also buy fruits, lemons, apples, bananas, something sweet to get more energy. That's nice, huh? Just in the middle of nowhere. How is the water?
Oh,
Very cold, no?
very good.
But look how clear it is. Yeah. I want to put my feet inside.
And how is the water?
It's so cold. Very cold. Very nice. My feet, they hurt a lot. Nice to refresh. It's so dirty, my feet now.
As you see, guys, it's really clear here and beautiful area. You can see all around, it's fantastic. Nadine, she brings the bikini, but she don't want to use it now.
It's like
It's
May.
so cold.
Like May. It's so cold the water. So Leo, he's totally crazy, okay? You cannot believe how cold this water is. And normally he's kind of a chicken with cold water and stuff like that. And he's just like going inside. That's insane. Wow, you're crazy. Wow. I will get one heart infarct, I swear. Later I'm going to check for you guys how many degrees the water has. But it's freezing, freezing cold. You know when you go in the water with your feet and you feel instantly like needles? That was the feeling I had. I'm so proud of him. So we are still at, what's the name? Refugio Playita. We're going to eat our sandwich. And it's a very nice spot, I have to say. But the most beautiful spot is yet to come.
Wow, guys, it feels so refreshing after a small swimming in this water. You can see it's all from the mountain. It's pure water. It's fantastic.
So this little passage that is over there, this little water passage, that's the Cajon Azul. And depends on the time and how the sun is standing and stuff like that, it's very, 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 very blue. And now it's a bit of shadow because it's kind of late, we have to say. But yeah, it's very, very nice here.
Our video, all the adventure, you can subscribe and also give a like. And if you've been here, just tell us if you like it, and we read all our comments. We are not that fit, guys, eh?
Money and eat something. I'm
Yeah.
not hungry, but I want Coca-Cola. I'm kaput. Like seriously. I'm a fit person, I do a lot of sport and stuff, but this hike killed me. My legs, my feet, everything is so in pain. And we have to walk all that back. Guys, after 32,000 steps, 22 kilometers and 9 hours of walking, we are dead. We are back in the center and we are so tired. But now we're gonna eat something good, get back our energy, and then we're gonna have a beer, and then we just chill for the evening. Huh? You want to say something?
No, I'm done, honestly. That was really, really heavy. We read it, that was not that heavy, this, but was really heavy. It was trekking and hiking, right?
Yeah, it's crazy because you walk either uphill or downhill all the time. There's just a few times that you walk straight, flat. It's crazy. I have so much pain in my hip, in my knees, in my legs, everywhere. Okay, we see us tomorrow.
And right now we are in Lugana Resto Bar. We're gonna eat some milanesas and some nice things.
Hello again. So yesterday we just made it home. We had a big shower because we were so dirty, and then we just went straight to bed because we were so tired, and we slept 9 hours straight through. Woke up, had a breakfast and sleep 2 hours more. Well, now we are fit. All the body is in pain. I can tell you the calf muscles, the leg muscles, hip, booty, everything is in pain. But we're okay.
Yeah.
Today is Sunday and we're gonna go to the main square because there is a little market with handmade things, a bit like a hippie kind of market. And then later we're gonna go and have one ice cream at, I think it was Xiao Xiao, I was something like that. So yeah, because it is said that they have the best ice cream ever. So, let's go. So they have a lot of nice things, handmade jewelry. You can buy handmade mates, or not the mate, but the cup of the mate, tablas to cut and stuff. It's very nice, very cute thing. I buy this ring because I saw it and it directly catch my eye. And this lady, she's making all by herself. So yeah, and it's very nice. And it's Agata. It's Agata stone and it's good for self-esteem and stuff like that. So yeah, I need that.
Yeah. And look at that. Okay, this is fantastic. Really different designs that you have seen in different videos where we've been. So have a look. This is a nice place to go.
What do you buy?
I buy one lighter with a dedication to my best friend Pablo.
Ay, nice.
So he always said that I steal the lighter.
So we just bought some of the incense, the things to make a nice smell in your home. And it's so different how the lady is making it because it's not made of like flowers and stuff like you normally see the incense sticks. It's made of different woods and they're cooking it and stuff like that, and then they mix it with maizena, and then you make a masa out of it, and then yeah, you can burn it, and it's very, very nice.
We just bought this thing. It's like incense, handmade from here. The base is similar to every incense, but this one especially is a little bit more thicker, as you see, and it burns a little bit more slow, as the girl say, and she make it all by herself. The technique is very similar to the saumerio, normally incense, but what makes the difference is that she put some kind of flour of corn. So between the flour
and wood,
corn
no?
And
She
wood,
says she cook it
yeah,
with
like
wood.
a pastel wood. This is the base of every incense. So between this, she found the balance to don't burn fast and keep the smell a little bit more longer.
They also have some trucks with fruit juices, and then some with empanadas and pizza and stuff like that. They have everything here. Leo, he's buying now some spices for make the chimichurri. I mean, he knows, obviously, he's from Argentina, so he knows how to do that. But anyways, like a nice gift or something like that. And yeah, it's nice to do it and like this in home. What is also very nice is, as you can see here on top of us, they put all like medio or half shadow, so it's not that hot because it's very hot here, and it makes it just a bit like more comfortable to walk.
Mucha arte, ¿viste?
Sí, mucha arte. Oh, buenísimo.
Sí.
Sí, me encanta.
So the market is always situated here around Plaza Pagano, and guys, we have to tell you, this was the best market ever. we have seen a lot of markets already, but this market is very unique, okay? Because you can have jewelry and this and that. But let's say, for example, in Mallorca or in Spain, it's like always repeating the same stuff, you know? So it's always nice to see different things. And they have very unique things. It was super nice, and the people are very hippie and very, very friendly. And there was one girl especially, she had one stand of natural healing, plant medicine. Very, very cool. So this is the famous ice cream shop. They have like 7,000 reviews, so I think, and all of them are very good. So yeah, the name is Shaosha Haucha Yaoya. I have no idea. This is where we're gonna go now. Okay, can you see how many people there is? It's full everywhere. So I think, yes, it might be a good ice cream. Wow, you cannot believe there are so many people waiting here for the ice cream, and they have fantastic, really fantastic flavors that we never had. Or for example, there is one, the name is Sauko, I think so, or Sauko. It's like a berry or something, similar taste than lychee or something I read just before. And yeah, I have this one, this berry mixed together with maracuja, and then I have like ice cream of how you say it in English, like peanut butter, something like that. So let's see how this goes.
Ooh.
What do you take at the end?
I take dulce de leche with walnuts and limon,
Muy frambuesa, no?
frambuesa, and lemon.
And?
Really good.
Yeah?
100%.
So in Spain, Leo, he was always telling me that, oh, you have to try the helado of dulce de leche, the ice cream of dulce de leche. It's so different than here. And I was always like, yeah. Now that I'm trying it, it's like very nice. So another funny thing is that whenever we go somewhere to eat or something, it's always I order something, and at the end I always like more the food that he's eating, okay? The same now with the ice cream, but we changed now. So I eat the one that he chose before. And yeah, always if we're going to eat pizza or whatever, it doesn't matter what, and always I like the food that he ordered more. Do you have the same problem, guys? Let us know in the comments. So the reviews are
10 over 10.
very nice, huh? I think they deserve their 7,000 good reviews. They're gonna get one more of us.
Yeah. So I go back to the cerro. And I call the taxi.
So it's time to go back to Buenos Aires, and I have to say we had very nice days here in El Bolson. Compared to Bariloche, is so much more nice because I don't know, it's another vibe here. People are more friendly, and I don't know, in Bariloche you have to walk up and down all the time, and it can be kind of annoying. And here it's a very small town. It's developed, but not that much yet. And I think in a few years it will be a very touristic place as well. And so yeah, we're happy that we've been here before the boom started. And yeah, now we're waiting for our bus, and then we're gonna go to Buenos Aires. One more thing I want to say. So if you have a car here, I think it's the best to move around, because how can I explain? Let's say, for example, the other day we went to the Cajon Azul, so we took one remis, that is the typical taxis here, and they will bring you to that refugee place, okay? So the place that started the hike. But then later, I mean, once that you go out of this town, you have no signal, nothing. So, and then to come back, of course, we have to call a taxi again, and then it was like almost impossible because there is no signal. And yeah, luckily we asked the people in the refugee place if we could use their Wi-Fi, and it was okay. But so most of the places are outside. We wanted to go to some waterfalls and stuff like that. But it's a bit complicated because you can go there, but then on the way back, if there's nothing except nature, which is very nice, it's not easy. I mean, how you can come back if you have no signal and stuff. So yeah, with a car, things are a bit more easy. Also, there's buses, but as we say, it's not that developed yet. And yeah, now I forgot what I wanted to say. Now I remember. So normally yesterday we wanted to go to see the waterfalls and we wanted to do another little hike to the Cerro Amigo, but I didn't felt so good all day long. I had such a huge headache and all my body was in pain from the hike and this and that. So yeah, we took one day also because we are since almost 3 weeks around traveling and doing things all the time. So we took one day to just relax and that was all. And girls, if there's one place, okay, that you want to live only for your hairs, it has to be El Bolson because the clima here is fantastic. It's hot and it's dry. I have no idea when my hairs were the last time so shiny and without any frizz. I mean, in Mallorca, this just don't exist. My hairs are one disaster like all the time. And here it's just like, it's perfect. So maybe I should say as well why my hairs are one disaster in Mallorca all the time. Because there's so much humidity all the time, okay? I can straighten my hairs and just after 5 minutes I look like Tina Turner, so I just give up. And yeah, here my hairs, they were just fantastic all the time. I'm gonna miss that. And it's a treasure place here, we have to say, because it's so calm, so peaceful. Let's say in a lot of places here in Argentina it can be a bit more dangerous because things are happening and stuff like that, and here you don't have to worry about these things at all. So yeah, that was a very nice feeling. So, and yeah, now we wait for the bus. Leo, he's drinking a beer again. And look, Ipa beer.
Ipa Andina.
Yeah, and we're gonna see us in Buenos Aires. Ciao.